Hey everyone, this is Edward with you, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how you guys can learn the splits. So in this video I'm going to cover how you can learn just the regular splits like this. So before I start off with the exercise you guys need to do to learn the splits, I'm going to just talk about a little bit about the splits. So the splits is basically a kind of an exercise that involves a lot of stretching and a lot of daily stretching to be able to maintain it and to learn it. So to learn the splits, you guys will need to be able to stretch almost every day. So what I did was I stretched at least 5 times a week. So to maintain the splits and to learn it fast, you have to be able to stretch mostly for the most of the week. It's going to be really hard for you to learn the splits if you're only going to stretch 1 or 2 times a week. So it's going to take a while. So your legs are not going to be getting as used to the splits, to stretching your muscle, and they're slowly you're going to away from them. Of course, you're not going to forget it, but it's just going to take you a long time to learn the splits. With these exercises that I did, with these basically 3 exercises, I guess you could say, the third one is multiple, basically kind of steps, but it's just one exercise. So for these 3 exercises that I did are just basically simple exercises. There's nothing hard about them, they're just simple exercises, and it took me 2 weeks to learn the splits. Of course there's going to be times that a person learns the splits much faster than 2 weeks, or maybe the person that might even take a month or even 2. It all depends on how hard you try to learn the splits and how much you stretch. When I stretch, I didn't really time myself, I didn't really follow some kind of a time frame or anything like that. What I did was, I stretched till a point that I felt it's enough for me. So this is what you guys can do. You don't have to follow any kind of some time, exact time you need to stretch or something like that. Just stretch as long as you feel like you stretched enough. If you can't take it no more, then just stop. Even if you stretch maybe for 5 minutes or a little bit more than that and you feel like you can't do anymore, just stop for now. Don't overstretch. So that can be a bad problem too. Don't overstretch. Stretch as much as you feel you need to stretch. If you already stretch for some time and you feel like that's enough, then just stop. Just listen basically to your body. So I'm going to start off with this first exercise, and what we're going to do for this first exercise is this. So what we're going to do for this is just put our legs like this, and what we're going to do is have let's say I'm starting this exercise with my left foot just out over here and my right foot, the stretching foot. So have your foot on a tippy toe like this is what you have to do, and just lean a little bit forward and just stretch. So when you're having your legs like this, kind of push yourself, stretch forward this way like this. So stretch forward over here. And the way you know if you're stretching good with this is if you feel the stretch right over here, of this part of the leg. If you're really feeling the stretch over here, that means you're doing it right. So you can just hold it like this for at least 30 seconds. Push a little bit forward like this. The second exercise that we're gonna do is basically just lower our foot all the way down like this. And what we're gonna do is just stretch just a little bit more up over here. And now do the same thing by pushing it forward like this. Just pushing this left foot over here, since I'm stretching with the right in the beginning. Pushing this left foot over here forward like this. So make sure for this stretch you have your whole leg down all the way in here like this. Not on a tippy toe like this, but all the way down over here. And just pushing forward. So that's the second exercise. So for this third exercise, what we're going to do is, right after we stretched for this exercise all the way down over here like this, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start to bring out our left leg. Since I'm stretching with my right, I'm going to bring out my left foot, or the opposite for you if you started with the other side. Start by bringing it out little bit by little bit slowly. So just a little bit by little bit, and just keep on stretching forward like this. Keep on stretching this way forward. And as you get a little bit better by better, Just start bringing it out slowly. Don't rush and try to bring it out really fast. Do it all little bit by little bit, slowly. So in the beginning, you're going to have your foot down like this. But as you get better, as you come at least till half like this, it's going to be really hard to keep your foot all the way down like this. So what you can do is you can just keep it right like this up, this way. You don't have to keep it completely down this way. So you can just keep it like this in the beginning when you're learning it. And as you get better, start stretching little bit by little bit and trying to go out as much as you can. Of course, the first day you won't be able to go out as much, but what I recommend the first day is to try to stretch as much as you can the first day. Even if it's just a little bit, you can't go past that part, stop at that part and try to stay in that part as long as you can. Stay in that stretch. And then switch and then do the same thing with the other leg. So when you're going to be stretching every day, I wouldn't just recommend by stretching only the first day. Of course, start off, set yourself up by starting to stretch as much as you can the first day. That way you'll get a good start up, and that way you won't be as lazy in the other days. So when you're going to stretch, I would recommend at least 5 days a week. When you're going to stretch, try to always, every day, try to stretch as much as you can. Push it to the part that you can stretch as much as you can. If you can handle that, if you can push as much as you can that way and hold it for a good amount of time, then you'll learn the splits fast like that. So once you're almost at the last part of the stretch, so you're almost there, you're just a little bit more left. The last part, what you're gonna do is you're going to press yourself down. So you're going to press yourself down on these two sides over here like this. You're going to press down this way. And trying to hold it as long as you can, like always. And then switch different legs and do it on the same side. Sometimes it might be really hard in the beginning to do it yourself. It's going to be pretty hard to push yourself. What you can do is ask a friend, whoever it is, to help you and push you. Make sure the most important thing is to tell him or her to push you slowly, little bit by little bit. Don't rush, and so the partner doesn't push you fast. If he's going to push you fast, you might even hurt your legs like this. So tell him to push him or her to push you slowly, little bit by little bit, and you'll be able to learn that last parts of the splits. And the most important thing, keep on stretching with both legs. Learn how to do the splits with both sides, like this way and this way, like this. If you can learn how to do it with both sides, after that, once you start the splits, you won't need to be able to do it slowly, like this, stretching out. After you learn how to do it with two sides, you'll be able to go down quickly like this. Right away, like that. So that's why it's really important to stretch with the both sides. After you learn how to do both sides, you'll be able to do it the splits in a second, fast, like that. So there you go. That's all the little tips that you guys can use. You guys can get the splits like you guys seen with these simple stretches. You guys don't have to do all those special stretches that involve a lot of pain and stuff like that. You guys can learn the splits with just these simple 3 stretches. And there you go. I hope these little tips are going to be helpful for you guys. Most important thing is to endure the pain. Keep on trying to stretch. Don't just give up because it's really painful. Keep on stretching and you'll learn the splits. And as always, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys later.